got from the elders about Cabo Empire. 3 clans left the Kaaba from Saudi Arabia. The name of the elderly clan called Kamisimbong and Kanuba Simbong and Lawali Simbong. That Lawali Simbong was the first ruler in Manding Kaaba. From there, the first place they built, they called that place Kirikolli. That is where they first established. Then they built a village. After that, then they told everybody that they will name it after the Kaaba. That is where they call Manding Kaaba. That Lawali Simbong, he was the first ruler in Manding Kaaba. That Lawali Simbong was the one who gave birth to Nara Makang. Nara Makang. That Nara Makang was the one who inherited him in kingship. That Nari Makang was the one who gave birth to Sunjata Keta and Dantarang Tumani. He was also a ruler in Manding. That Nara Makang, his wife, Sasuma Merenteng. That was the name of the wife. That Sasuma Merenteng, at the age of 7, for 7 good years did not give birth. Then he gave birth to Sunjata Keta and Dantaran Tumani. Tramakamba gave birth to Kambi. 6 regions used to rule in Kansala. Mana and Pachana. They always join. Tumanna and Sama also join. Jimara and Kantora also join. These were the ones who joined kingship. From here to around somewhere around Soma. Wherever you see this Nyancho so name, know that his origin is from Cabo. It's from Cabo. Up to Guinea Conakry. Up to Kinara in the southern region of Guinea-Bissau. Up to Nyomi in the Gambia. Wherever you see a Nyancho, the origin is from Cabo. The Manswankas are originally from Mandinkas. The tribe called Biramolu also are from Mandinkas. The Lebos are also from Mandinkas. And the Serers, these are all Mandinkas.
The meteoric rise of Cabo and its gradual fall will continue to be critically examined and debated by historians and non-historians alike for many years to come. However, a brief analysis of the growth and expansion of Cabo offers us some useful insights into what was once a bursting kingdom. Of all the rulers of Cabo, none was more dominant than the 12th and last king Janke Sane. In a typical traditional setting, dependence on mystical powers was high on the political agenda. It was always in the minds of the people and anyone who was warming up for the throne. So we ask why Janke Sane's reign was characterized by war and violence.
The reign of Janke from 1850 to 1868 marked the beginning of new form of exploitation. During the period of cash crop production, Cabo Empire taxed the dependent territories to provide certain amount of farm produce for the people of Cabo. That was actually carried out and extended up to Guinea Conakry, in which Fullers were the dominant force. Therefore, with the new wave of trade, Cabo was making effort to reaffirm, to entrench its dominance over the existing territories. While those on the southern part, especially southern rivers in Guinea-Conakry, we are also mobilizing human and material resources to make sure that they challenge the strength of the Kabu Empire in order for them to extricate themselves from the exploitation of Kabu Empire. Consequently, the conflict degenerated to violence between the Kabu and the people of Futa Jalum. And the Kabu people were ready to be exterminated just to see that they are not dominated by the Fulani forces from Futa Jalum in Guinea-Conakry. Mama Janke Wali was determined to expose Kabu to all forms of tactics just to resist Fula's invasion.
A large swath of land lie uncultivated, abandoned completely by the residents of this settlement. This is Kansala, the imperial capital of Kabu. So what has happened to this great capital? Tambang Sane, the man who claims to be a relation to the legendary Jankewali, said more than 200 years after the total annihilation of Kabu, Kansala is still awash with forces of the underworld. Forces that Jankewali has used to expand his kingdom, and most significantly, they were the forces that probably brought him to power and ultimately witnessed his dramatic fall from power.
Afaya Jankewali Kensende.
Jankewali was not an ordinary man. But not only Jankewali. Anybody who is to be installed in Kabu, they were actually attached to something spiritually. Jankewali was connected to spirits. Wherever he goes for war, the spirit will fight for him. That is why the genes or the spirit help him to explode the armory.
Side by side with the socio-historical fact-finders, Tambang Sane explained the various conspiracy theories that made the rounds in Kansala during Jankewali's reign. To back up his arguments, a shrine that was reportedly used by Jankewali's soldiers was cited as a classic example of the forces that virtually controlled everything that had to do with Jankewali and the kingdom of Kabu. In this stone, Tambang Sane narrated, the soldiers preparing to go to war will know about their fate. But how?
This is the white stone. The 5 clans. It belongs to the 5 clans here. Why it belongs to those 5 clans? At that time, Sonko, Sanyang, Manjang, Jambang, Konjira, they own this particular white stone. When they are going for war, this is where they sharpen their swords. And at this particular hole you are seeing in the middle, this is where they pour the milk. The others hole in the corner there, normally the palm wine is normally poured there. This other one beside the main hole, this is where they pour the human blood. When they are going for war, they will come one by one. Whoever sharpened the sword, if actually see that particular white milk turned into a black, they will actually ask the person to stay, because if the person goes, he will die. Whoever sharpened the knife and it is not changed, the color doesn't change, which means you will come back here safe. And whatever they say here, that's what they are going to do. And this was normally protected by the spirits or genes.
It was a time when Islam had not taken roots in this area and to the people. Combat operations were always based on 2 fronts: military might and spiritual capabilities. The raging controversy as regard the circumstances that led to the total annihilation of Kansala and the subsequent death of